won't get through this. So, just incredible. I mean, what a day. A day I will remember for the rest of my life. Absolutely massive. And I was able to just get up, have a walk around, go and stroke the dog, go and talk to, like, my parents and whatnot, and just try and take a bit of a breath and get ready to move on with this stream. So we are back, and we are going to be... hello. We are back. We will be underway with Sweden and the Ukraine. Of course, the winner of this game is going to go on and play England. And I've got to tell you, I'm just completely out of this. I am completely out of this. Not because I've been drinking or anything. I've only had one drink. But it's so hard to focus on anything right now. It's so hard to talk, to be honest. But we'll get through. We will get through. I'm going to persevere. I've got a hot drink here that's going to hopefully help as well. And this should be an interesting game. And obviously I want to see these two teams because it's going to be interesting to see what England are going to be up against this weekend. Because this next game actually starts this weekend. It's actually going to be on Saturday. There's some good players here as well. It's going to be a good little game. We've got Yarmolenko, who has played very, very well for the Ukraine. Yaremchuk as well has also played well. So they've definitely got some players. There's definitely some people here that can cause some problems, but I don't think there's much here to worry about for England, to be honest. Famous last words. England will definitely go into either of these games as the favourite, but it will still be very interesting to watch. And we can see lots of quality names, quality players on the pitch. I'm just trying to put them down in the tweet so that we can get that sorted, and then I can give you my full attention. Let me just copy this, send it out, and then I will give you that attention. We will jump into the chat. Let's delete that off. Go back into this. That's it. This is going to be a whisper stream, I think. This is going to be a stream where I'm just going to have to talk, and what will be, will be. Just a nice, simple game, says Jamie. Just a nice, simple game. James said, I'm high, but it's a natural high. Who are you cheering for? I don't mind, to be honest. I think both these teams are quite similar. I think both times. I wouldn't mind either. I mean, obviously, I'm going to cheer for whoever the easiest for England's going to be. So, I suppose if we have a look at... There was a website that was ranking teams by their value. I'm just numb to it. I just don't even care. To be honest, I don't care. I'll take either team. England make it 3 out of 3 of the group of death. Not getting out. True. I'm so hyped, but it isn't natural, says Chris. Robbie said, I'm still buzzing. It's coming home. Hello, Madian. Hayden said it's going to be very interesting. Yeah, I'd like some goals. I'd just like something to watch, to be honest. Hopefully it's not going to be, like, boring. Actually, I went upstairs and I spoke to my mum. And I said to my mum, I was like, what did you think? She was like, I didn't think England played very well. And I was like, huh? I thought they played really well. I don't really get where she's coming from, to be honest. But I suppose it was a close, tense game. Do you know what I mean? And Germany had chances, but you're never going to be able to just blast Germany away. Not in a tournament like this. So, I mean, I thought it was excellent from England. I thought it was really good. I think my mum was kind of hoping that it was going to be less stressful, to be honest, than what it was. But, yeah, it's always going to be stressful against the Germans. Days, I know England won, but I still would have played Mount, says Pricey. Fair play. Would you rather be a pineapple? I'm into this question. Would you rather be a pineapple or a pencil sharpener? Pencil sharpener. I don't think anything good comes if you're a pineapple. I mean, I suppose you could say that you might be in the Caribbean, which would be quite nice. But eventually you're going to get eaten, and that's going to suck. So, yeah, I think I'd rather be a pencil sharpener. I suppose you could be anywhere in the world. Hopefully I'd be in a nice place. And, you know, chances are you're not going to get eaten. So I'd go pencil sharpener. Your mum was right. England didn't play very well. But we just put away our chances and Germany didn't. That was the difference. Hey ho, let's go. Blitzkrieg bop. Congratulations to England and to you, Days, says Ryan. Appreciate the kind words, buddy. Really appreciate the kind words. And England is bouncing. I honestly, I can't wait. I'm sure it's all over social media. I haven't looked. But, like, those reaction videos, that Box Park, I would love to see Box Park as soon as that first goal goes in. I should imagine it's beers in the air and all that kind of stuff and people losing their minds. So, I honestly haven't looked. I should have a quick little look, search for Box Park. And just see what the reaction looked like. Let's have a look. England fans threw beers and ripped their shirts off. Sky News. Right, hang on. Whoa. Okay, let's see if I can show you. I haven't seen this yet myself, but this is Box Park. So there is England fans, smoke going off, England fans jumping up and down. That was during the first goal. I think it's reduced capacity. Normally that is absolute... Look at him go. Look at that dude flailing his arms away. Loving him. Big fan of that guy. So this is Box Park and... oh man, these are pictures from Sky News. I'm guessing this is the second goal. And there's the second goal. More smoke coming out as fans are bouncing around. That is normally there. That's got to be reduced capacity because normally you can't see anything. It's just an absolute sea of people. Like, you cannot move at Box Park. So there's a lot of space there. Loving some of them dancing around. You normally can't see in Box Park at all. Great scenes though. Great scenes. Oh, the reason that. There we go. That's a better camera angle. That's better. That's better. Look at those scenes. Just means so much. Ah. The cheer that got at Box Park was insane, so... Apparently Box Park enjoyed seeing the upset German girl. I didn't. Feel for her, man. I've been where she is. Brilliant. Days, what was happening last night? Also, England is better than Germany, and you know it. What was happening last night? I don't know, but... I have no idea. I don't know what was happening last night. I don't even know what's happening today, to be honest. In my opinion, Grealish changed the game. Did you hear Maguire won man of the match? I did. I thought he was Herculean. I thought he and Phillips were brilliant. It's hard to not have praise for Sterling. His constant runs were a real problem. I thought Saka was incredible in the first half in particular. I mean, I think they all played their part. I thought Rice was great. I thought Stones was great. I'd say the worst English player on the pitch was Trippier. I thought Trippier didn't have a very good game. He kept getting dispossessed, and, you know, I remember that free kick when he was standing over it, and I really thought he was just going to smash it. I mean, like, in all fairness, it was something they've clearly worked on. And they floated it in. Harry Kane trying to get onto the end of it, but wasn't a fan. Right, let's have a look and see how expensive these teams are. I can tell you that if you want to buy the Sweden team, then it's going to cost you 193 million. 193 million if you want Sweden. And actually, the Ukraine are the next team down, and they're 177 million. So it shows how close these two teams are. Really well matched. 197, 177. That's how much it's going to cost you to buy these two teams. Sweden-Ukraine is about to start. Luke Shaw was better than everyone, says Bonkers. Who would you like to play in the quarterfinals? I don't care. I think they're very similar. I don't think there's much in them at all, to be honest. Ukraine are ranked 24th. Sweden are ranked 18th. So, There's not much in it. It's not like one of these teams is in the top 10, the other one's 25. There's really not much in it. So, I don't mind. I mean, I think with this game, we can just sit back and just relax, to be honest. I think we can sit back, just soak in what's happened today. It's really difficult to be thinking about like the next round and stuff like that because still, it's weird, but I'm still processing what's happened. I mean, we've just seen... I know it's hard for people to understand, but I've never seen that in my life. I've seen something today that I've never seen before. I've never seen England knock Germany out of a tournament. And in fact, did you know England have only ever won one knockout game at the Euros? That's the only... They keep going... They either don't qualify, or they go out in group stages, or they go out in the first knockout round. The only knockout game they'd won before tonight was against Spain. They beat Spain at Euro 96 in the quarterfinals, and then we went to the semi-finals to play Germany. So that was the only knockout game we'd ever won in the Euros. Our history in the Euros is awful. So I've seen them win one knockout game, and that was back in 1996. And I think that was penalties. So they won that on penalties against the Spanish. And then they went out the next round to the Germans. This is huge. I've never seen them beat Germany, and I've only ever seen them win one knockout game. You can't put into perspective how big what we've just seen is. It's so big. It's so big. WWE Central says, "Oh my God, what a game! Do you still collect WWE figures?" Yes and no. I mean, I do, but I'm so behind on them now, and it's difficult to know where to start, to be honest. I think what I might do with figures is just try and go back to what I was doing at first. I think I really lost my way with figures, because I'm not someone that can have them all. I'm not someone that's fortunate enough to be able to get them all, or have a deal with, like, Ringside. A lot of other channels have deals with, like, Ringside, where they get one of everything sent. I don't have that. So, would have to be buying them all, and there's a lot that aren't available, so I'd have to get them imported. You're talking thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of pounds. So I think realistically, I might just target the ones that come with certain belts and just try and collect the belts and go back to what I was originally doing, because that's how I started, and then I just got carried away, which is easy to do. But it doesn't mean that we won't be doing toy hunts and talking about them and whatnot. It probably means that I'll still be buying ones without belts. But, yeah, I probably need to get a little back on track again with it. Still no goals conceded. That's true. England still haven't conceded any goals. There's so much to take from today. So much to take from today. I mean, before today, it was very difficult to look at someone and say, it's coming home. It was very difficult to look at someone and say that England are winning this, because you look at their performances in the group stage and they were very uninspired. Very uninspired. And, people are saying that England's performance today wasn't all that, but it makes no difference, does it? I mean, we got the result, and now a big nation has been defeated. Let's not forget what that German team did to Portugal. Everyone was talking about it in the build-up to this game. That German team scored 4 past Portugal. It was a beautiful performance. And we just managed to nullify it. We managed to prevent them from scoring. We saw a lot of the ball. I actually don't know what the stats ended on. I'd like to have a look at that. I think it was... Let's just refresh it. It might be 55-45. Yeah. So it ended 55% for Germany possession, 45 for England. So Germany did enjoy in the end a bit more possession. Shots 9 for Germany, 5 for England. But Germany only got 3 on target, whereas England got 4. I mean, it's very close. It's very close. It comes down to those moments, and England were able to capitalise on them. I think 2-0 definitely flatters England. I think England deserved to win. Personally, I thought they were the better team. But I think England deserved it. I think they probably deserved the 1-0. I think 2-0 flatters them. But it makes no difference. I told you, I don't care if we win this 1-0, 2-0. I don't care if we've paid the ref off. Like, it makes no difference. I honestly can feel my voice failing the more I'm talking. Have you started the clock? I probably haven't, mate. I probably haven't. I'll do it now. We're a minute out. Right, as soon as I do need to get this... I need to get into this game. I mean, we are underway here. We've had the national anthems. Ukraine are in blue. Sweden are in yellow. It's going to take a little while for the stats to update. But we will get them on screen when we can. Let's go over to this. What is your favourite match of any Mania? Mine is a ladder match at 31. Don't know. I'd have to have a look. But off the top of my head right now, I couldn't remember every opening match for every WrestleMania, and I'd probably forget something good. So I'd need to see a list. Austin, shout out to you. Said England winning it would be great. Wrestling fan man said England, the Danes, the Czechs, or Ukraine or Sweden will be in the final. That's mad. Yep, we're down to 4. 1 of 4 teams will get to the final from this side. So it'll either be England, it'll either be Denmark, it'll either be Czech Republic, or one of these. We need to find out which one of these will join the 3 that are through. And obviously the winner plays England. They did show, actually, that Sweden... Oh, nice. Sweden have managed to play 8 games this year. They've won 7 and drawn 1. That's their record this year. So Sweden actually look quite a tricky little team. Who's your favourite WWE superstar? Maybe Roman. It's hard not to say Roman right now. So happy that England won. Hayden, shout out to you, my friend. Tharuka said, I would love to see England win the Euros. Tones Cool said, Sweden is dangerous, but that was years ago. Second best Madden scientist says, hello, Madden. I couldn't do it right now, but my voice is gone. My voice is gone. There's no singing songs and all that from me right now. I'm struggling just to talk. Have you watched Bollywood stuff? I can't say I have, no. I can't say I have. I mean, I think I studied some when I was doing performing arts, but it's not something that tends to be shown over here in the UK. Mr. Burger says, go Ukraine. I'm so happy England when I'm over the moon, says David Robert Wood. It's hard to know what to do, isn't it? It's hard to know what to do. I kind of feel like I should be in a pub. I think about all my friends that I've watched games with over the years, and I wonder what they're doing. And I think about all the memories, all the places I've watched England. I've watched England go out of tournaments in Milton Keynes. I've watched them go out in tournaments in Starbridge. I've watched them go out of tournaments Southampton. You know, I've many awful memories, but it kind of feels like it's just hard to know what to do. To be honest, it's hard to know how to react. Just don't know what to do. I don't think there's anything you have to do, but it's like, it's kind of like a bit of a promised land in a way. It's kind of like we're England are going through something right now, and we're very confused. Like, to get that victory, I don't know. I've never seen it. Here comes Sweden, trying to whip a ball in. Edge of the area. Sweden are all over the Ukraine at the moment. Nice delivery. Into the middle. Headed away. Forsberg plays it back. Nice shot. Bounces up. Goes wide. Shout out to Chile, Sweden. Ukraine are my dark horses, says Joshua. Sean has said, I just really don't care who wins this. Yeah. Today will be known as Redemption Tuesday, says James Chadwick. I think it's brilliant. I think it's brilliant. I think it's so difficult to criticise Southgate. I've just got every confidence in him. I just think the work he does behind the scenes it's not seen. the work he puts in, but I'll never forget watching the Super Bowl. I'll never forget tuning into the Super Bowl randomly a few years ago. We weren't streaming it, but as I said, I tend to check it out. I tend to watch it more for the halftime show, to be honest. But I tuned in, and they were interviewing Gareth Southgate, who was over there. And he was like, I've come over to spend a bit of time with the teams and see how they prepare. And I remember thinking, that's amazing. I don't remember any England manager going to those kinds of lengths. Now, maybe he's a massive NFL fan and he was just blagging some tickets. I honestly don't know. But I genuinely feel like he's a bit boring. And he probably was going over to watch how they prepare. And I think he does a lot of that. I know he spends time with like F1 teams and he looks at how they prepare as well. And I think he does a lot behind the scenes, Gareth. I think he does an awful lot. I think he is Mr. England. And I'm so pleased for him. It must mean the world. I actually did watch his interview after, but I didn't catch it all. I was talking to my mum and I just made a coffee. And when I walked in, he was on TV, so I missed the start. Sweden are attacking, edge of the area. They look good, Sweden. Yeah, he was saying that he looked up, apparently at the end of the game, he said he looked up on the screen and he saw David Seaman, who was England's goalkeeper in '96. And he said, I'll never be able to give them that moment that I feel I, denied them. His penalty miss in '96 meant England went out. And he still feels a real guilt to that team. And he can't do anything about that now. But he said, maybe I can give them a nice day today. And they went back to the studio. And Alan Shearer, Gary Lineker said to Alan Shearer, he was like, have you forgiven him yet? And Alan Shearer was like, I forgave him a long time ago. Not that he needs forgiving. I mean, he missed a penalty. Happens, Someone's going to miss one in every shootout, so these things happen. But I think it hurt, and I don't think that has ever been really dealt with. I don't think Euro 96 has ever really healed. And today was a big step in healing it. It was a big, big step in healing it. Days, read my message on Twitter. Dude, my Twitter's blown up, buddy. It's, as you can imagine, people buzzing about England, sharing their thoughts. I would really struggle to find it. Days, you need some tea with honey. I know. I probably do. I probably do need to get another hot drink or something. It feels all right at the moment, in all fairness. Obviously, I'll just have a little break after this game. But yeah. Yeah. In all fairness, I'm amazed that I'm even here. Because really, I should just be drinking myself silly right now. And I'm sure there's many, many, many people that are doing that exact same thing right now. I should imagine Three Lions is playing in the pubs, and I bet people are having a wonderful day. Oh, nice save there. Ukraine getting into the Swedish penalty area. Zinchenko on the ball. Ukraine on the attack. It's been all Sweden in the first 10 minutes. To be honest, I think I'd rather play Ukraine. There's not much in it. But I do think Sweden are well organised. Have you seen the Kalari Oldest Martial Artist? I haven't. Days, joining your streams is always my favourite thing about YouTube. Taruka, shout out to you. I can't guarantee this is going to be a great one. Watching England is like watching United under Mourinho. It was boring defensive football, but then all of a sudden they play 20 minutes like Barcelona and they get a goal. Legend Killer said, I'm so happy for England. I honestly thought that had extra time written on it. I really thought it had extra time. And I was here and I was getting so nervous. And just the weight. I don't know if you could feel it. England fans felt it. But the weight... just felt like the weight of the world was on your shoulders. You just can't... you can't put it into words. I honestly feel like I've been in some sort of fight. I feel like I'm a bit disorientated. My voice is a bit gone. I've got a few aches on my shoulders and whatever. And it's like, I honestly feel like I've been in some kind of physical altercation. I don't quite know what it was, but yeah. James Chadwick said, do you remember when Sven was manager? We always got drawn against Sweden. You told me to stay strong because I got out of hospital. That's good, bud. That's good. I hope you did. Reggie said, cheers to the 3 Lions. Nathaniel said, I'm more shocked at how loud the Scottish are. Despite limited numbers, they do their part when making noise. They were great. And actually, this game is in Scotland. This game is at Hampden. But, yeah, they were brilliant, the Scottish fans. Deserve a big pat on the back for what they brought to this tournament. And they certainly didn't let their team down. And we can see the Scottish flag at the one end of Hampden. Into the arms of the Ukrainian goalkeeper. Days, I was at a football camp and I asked to get some water, but I really went and watched bits of England. Luckily, I saw both goals. Amazing. Tall Paul said, I feel like I'm fighting. I'm knackered. I need a nap. Serena Williams is out of Wimbledon. She has retired injured. Wimbledon's just really struggling, isn't it? There's a lot of people that are dropping out of that. Can you check TGFT? So I don't know what that is, buddy. Anyone looking forward to NXT tonight? I might struggle. I don't even know what matches there are, pal. I'll have to worry about NXT when I get to it. Nathaniel said there's only 10,000 out there out of 52,000 capacity in the stadium, but it sounds like a lot more because of how loud the fans are. England just won, but Daisy's not feeling good. I don't get it. Imagine if England lose. I'm only feeling not good because it's just took everything out of me. I mean, I just feel like everything's gone. I just don't feel like there's anything left. I feel like my voice is gone. I feel like my arms are like, oh. It's just, yeah. It's weird, isn't it? All of the teams from the group of death are out. Germany, France, Hungary, Portugal. They are. They are. Infectious congrats. Ryan, shout out to you, sir. Shout out to you. It was great to spend that time and share that moment with people in the chat. It was brilliant. I don't know. I mean, as it was getting towards the end, I couldn't see it. I couldn't see where the goal was coming from. I didn't think we would concede. I started to think it was going to end 0-0. And that Sterling goal just really came out of nowhere for me. I couldn't believe it. And then, like, I mean, you celebrate, of course. You don't even think. It's just a natural reaction. But the Kane one actually crossed my mind. As soon as Kane scored, it went into my head of VAR. I was like, oh, I don't like this. I don't like this. I'm pretty sure VAR's going to step in. And it didn't. After getting some rest, you'll feel good. Yeah, definitely. Definitely. Shauna said, I felt exhausted when the US women's national team won the World Cup a few years ago. I slept like a baby. I think I will as well. I think I'm right there with you. I should imagine the England players will. I mean, I know they're going to be buzzing and they're excited and I bet their phones are blowing up. But I must admit, if I was one of them England players now, well, it's hard, isn't it? I mean, you'd want to go back and have a few drinks or whatever. But, I mean, I don't know if they can. I mean, we've only got Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. We play on Sunday and it's in Rome. There's not long to prepare for this next game. We've got to get over to Rome. Congrats, England, for being number 1 in the T20. Honestly, Days, I feel battered. Not because of the England game, but because I had to play football for 5 hours. Well, that will do it. Badger and Bournemouth says, I know what you're feeling. I've watched the Cubs since 71. And when they won the World Series in 2016, I couldn't believe it was real. Was that the curse? They had a curse, didn't they? Austin said, Days, Freak Official and John showed me that WWE filed the trademark Happy Corbin. I guess that means Corbin is coming back as a face. Harry Kane is my favourite player, says Tones. Did you see that Mexico defeated Germany? England defeated Germany. When did Mexico beat Germany? Was that a World Cup recently? Was that 2018? I honestly can't remember 2018, going back to that now. I just know how England did. Going out to Croatia in the semi-final. Is his name going to be Happy Corbin? I'm not sure. Carlin, 1985. Gareth, shout out to you, sir. Tight little game this. 18 minutes in. Ball played into the centre. Back post. Oh. Good little player, Forsberg. Yes, a curse because they licked a goat out. Oh, nicked a goat. I thought he's licked a goat. They licked a goat in the 40s and the 50s. I'm sad that England won, says FIFA Tone. Good night, Tharuka. Do you know JBKEO? No, I don't, but... Joshua said, what WWE superstar would be the best at football? No idea. I'd imagine someone that's played it, so... maybe a Sheamus or a Drew. Days, if we can beat Germany, we could beat Portugal. Wow, they're out. We don't need to worry about that. Ball goes to the left-hand side, into the middle. Sweden, lovely shot. Isaac with a great shot, and the ball goes wide. Tall Paul said for the quarterfinals, I might grow a Gareth Southgate beard with a blonde Foden haircut. That's not true. Corbin is coming back as a scientist. One thing is guaranteed. We're all going to sleep well. Yeah. Danny Holt, shout out to you. Danny Holt, hope you are well. Yeah, shout out to you. Right, so Sweden, Ukraine right now. Will you stream Jake Paul, Tyron Woodley? Yes, my friend. Yep, we will do that. We've got... when is that fight, actually? I don't know when it is. I'll have to have a look. All the group of death teams are out. That's madness. England are going all the way to the final. Let's have a look. Jake Paul, Tyrone Woodley. Jake Paul, Tyrone Woodley. Have they? I don't even know. They must have announced the date. August 28th. They could fight in August with the 28th mentioned. So that was 6 hours ago. So they are going to meet this summer. So we don't quite know when it is, but August 28th. Ball goes out to the left-hand side for the Ukraine. Pulling it back. I'll be asleep now if it wasn't for this game. Yeah, I think same. Absolutely same. I'd be asleep now. If I was out, I'd be drunk. If this game wasn't on, I think I'd be in bed, yeah. It's too much. I said at the end of the stream, it's too much, and it's weird because I'm not just saying it. It's your body just can't cope. I just can't cope. Matt Riddle is awesome. I thought he was about 20. Ball into the middle. Graham said a few neutrals in Glasgow will support Sweden tonight. Lustig was a former Celtic player, and some Celtic fans have a soft spot for Sweden because of Henrik Larsson. That makes sense. That makes sense. All roads lead to Rome. Do you think Connor will debut in WWE after the Poirier match? No. Are you able to do NXT? Yes. I hope Vince had the same conversation with Corbyn that he had with Peyton, and Vince is now going to have a meat addict gimmick. Nice long ball. Can England face Spain? Yes, but it would be in the final. Days will interrupt NXT and join Hit Row. Henrik Larsson was amazing. Who do you think wins this game, says Austin. I think that Sweden win this game. I think Sweden win this game. Sweden have played 8 games this year, and they've won 7 and drawn 1. They're a good team. They don't really have any superstars, but I do like Forsberg. He's actually in my fantasy team, and he's done all right, Forsberg. So I'm keeping an eye on him. I'd like Forsberg to get a goal. That would help my fantasy team. But I think a few fantasy teams are going to have to be ripped up and started again. Some big nations that have gone out. You know, we've lost Germany, we've lost Netherlands, we've lost France. We've lost France. Can you believe that? Can you believe? I still can't believe that French result. These 3 games, I think, might be the most mental 3 games in a row I've ever seen. Like, to see Spain-Croatia have that war, then to see France get knocked out by penalties, and then to see England beat Germany. I just don't know that I've ever seen 3 games in a row like that, ever. In fact, I haven't. Goldberg will beat Bobby at SummerSlam. Will you do audio casting? I have no idea what that is. Sweden has a superstar. Not really. Well, they do have Ibrahimovic, but he's not playing. But he's one of the greatest footballers of like this generation, or kind of the last generation. I don't quite know how old he is, but he's got to be about 36. Ibrahimovic. He's won 33 trophies. He's 39. He's 39. He's an incredible player. Born in 1981. Just got home. I watched your reaction. I was the same. I literally lost my voice, says Will Alexander. Shout out to you, sir. I just feel like a shell right now. It's one of those. On reflection, this might not have been the wisest stream to have done. Like, I'm pretty sure I should just be in bed. But, yeah, definitely feeling it. But what a day. What a day. I can't wait to see the reactions. I really can't. England-Spain would be good in the final, says Gregor. Jimmy said, I like Goldberg in the 90s, but he needs to stay out the ring. Okay, ball goes out. It's going to be a throw-in. It's going to be Sweden 3, the Ukraine 1. Will said, yeah, I'm buzzing. I've crashed, mate. I've crashed. I was buzzing at the end of the game, and then I've just had a complete energy dump. Like, my energy is gone. It's just gone. I don't have any now, so I need to find some from somewhere. But we'll get through this game. It's been quite even. I don't even know if I've got the stats on screen, have I? No. I'm a disgrace. I'm an absolute disgrace. I was late with the clock. I haven't got the stats on screen. I think people understand. There we go. Is that the correct way around? Yeah. So Ukraine have had 55% possession, 2 shots, 1 on target. Those reaction clips will be played till the end of time. It'll be fantastic. Yeah, I really want to see them. I really want to see them. I can't wait for... My mum said the same. Just can't wait for the news. You want to get that reaction. You want to watch the goals again. And I want to see like a video package on it, to be honest. I mean, this tournament... it's already done for us. I mean... yes, we could go on to win it or something. I mean, I doubt we will. I think a lot of people would probably have us now as favourites to get to the final and then lose, to be honest. And lose the final. But it just doesn't matter. Beating Germany is huge. Nice ball, straight across. Lovely strike. Oh, it's in! It's in! It's in for the Ukraine. Oh, Ukraine. Is that Yarmolenko? Wow, Ukraine score. It's 1-0. It's a great goal. So the ball goes out to the right. Cuts in. Dinked across. No marking. The marking is really poor. Marking is really poor. Loving the beard growth. Days, are you going for the KO look? This is the lazy look, buddy. This is the lazy look. That's what I'm going for. I'm going for whatever takes the least amount of work and effort. Shout out to you, Elias Sharp. Appreciate the support, my friend. Right, is that Yarmolenko? 28th minute? Still a long way to go in this. I don't know, Days. I'm getting a feeling the Euros could be for the Italian giants. Oh, absolutely, yeah. I mean, is it Zinchenko? Zinchenko. There we go. Yeah, I think that England will be favourites to get to the final. I'm really not thinking about that. What I like about this England side is they will not take that for granted. They will definitely not take that for granted. They will work just as hard against whichever team goes through. Sweden have got free kick. Oh, cheeky. He went for goal, Larson. That was cheeky. That was very clever. Look, saw the goalkeeper off. Goalkeeper came over and he had to make a save. It was a great shot, you know. It's on target. The keeper had to get over there. Had to make the save. Can you download Escape the Hidden Elastic Man in prison? It's like hide and seek. Sure. It sounds must have. Into the hands of the keeper. Any tips for new players for the next round? For the fantasy game. I would load up on England players. I'd get Sterling. And I think England's defences look very good. So, if England are going to get through to the final, then getting England players wouldn't hurt. I don't know if I'd risk Kane. He could be up and running now, who knows? But I think Sterling looks good. And Stones, I think, is undroppable. Maguire. So, either of those. Pickford. It's difficult to say Italian and Belgian players because I don't know who gets through. It's a great tie, but until we know what team goes through, it's hard to say. So I think Spain over Switzerland. I'd be loading with Spanish and English players personally. I think Spain gets past Switzerland. I think England should get past here. I think Denmark gets past Czech Republic. So I'm looking at Spain. I'm looking at England. I'm looking at Denmark. You can gamble with some Belgium, Italian players, but you need to be prepared to take them out your team because you might get it wrong as to who goes through. I'm tempted. I've got a wild card. I think I'm going to play my wild card this week. It's earlier than I want, but I think Netherlands going out has really hurt. I've got a lot of Netherlands players, and I think that's hurt. So I might have to play it. Ball whipped in. Ukraine are in Switzerland's penalty area. That gets the shot off and it goes over. I would love England to win it, but I've got a feeling saying it's going to be the Italian giants. Could be Italy. Could be Italy. Why did Sancho and Rashford not play? I think Rashford would have come on. I think Sancho would have come on. I think that Rashford's carrying a bit of a knock. Sancho doesn't have the pace of like a Saka. I mean, look, Germany said they couldn't understand why we didn't play Sancho. We've just beaten them without him. He didn't need to play. He's a great person to have in the squad. But football is a squad game now. I think rather than worrying about the 11 that start, we just need to be really thankful for the 26 that we've got. We've got 26 players. All of them can play. None of it. It's not a problem if any of them play. All of them can play. And all of them give us slightly different options. It's a brilliant squad. And it's not England are not used to this. England fans are not used to this. I was saying during the stream, we're so used to having 11 that start. We write our favourite team like, I'd have Grealish, I'd have Foden, I'd have Sancho, I'd have Sterling, I'd have Kane, do you know what I mean? We're so used to a starting 11. But that doesn't work in international football anymore because each team you face has got different challenges. So Rashford could have played, but he's picking a bit of a knock. And I think Saka was brilliant. Sterling has scored 3 of our 4 goals. Saka has been brilliant. He was man of the match against the Czech Republic, and he was brilliant in the first half here. So I think you've got to look at it and say he got it right. People would have wanted Sancho. They would have wanted Grealish. But what a great option to bring off the bench. And if we'd have gone deeper into extra time, then Sancho might have come on. Did you like the Shawberto Carlos? I did, dude. That's very good. Very good. Do you play the Fantasy Premier League? You should create a league for that starts. We will, Robbie. Yeah, we will. I do play it. I've played it for the past 2 seasons. I do. Well, 3, actually. And every year I've just got that little bit better. So, I'm okay. I'm all right. I'm respectable. I'm not like... I try to get within the top 100,000, but I've never done it yet. So I try to get in the top 100,000, but I tend to be around 100 to 200,000 out of like 3 million. So I'm quite good. I'm respectable. You watch, I'll start a league and I'll have a nightmare. But I love it. It's a great game. I really enjoy playing it, and we will play it for this coming season. Nice ball played through, cut out. I must say as well, I've really enjoyed the football streams, and I don't quite know what to do with them because I've really enjoyed them. And I don't know what to do as we move out of the Euros because I don't really want to say goodbye to football streams. So I don't quite know. I don't know whether to do like a little Saturday thing where we just keep an eye on all of the matches, or if we just follow like United games, or I don't know. Don't know. But we'll definitely bring in the Fantasy Premier League. I think, there's a lot of people in our community that might have been introduced to some players, and, we get to see them now play for their clubs and Champions League football and who's going to win the Premier League and blah, 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 blah. So, yeah, it's really interesting. There's a lot for us to explore. I think it would be a shame to just walk away until the World Cup. But I don't quite know how it fits, so I don't really have the answers. Plus, we've got the Olympics, so there's plenty coming up on the channel. Premier League streams and Championship, says Ashton. I mean, that would be a nightmare, to be honest. Unless it was like just something on a Saturday where we covered everything. Like you get on Sky Sports where it's like, we're getting reports of a goal coming in now and all that kind of stuff. But I think there's other people that would do that better, to be honest, than what we could. So I don't know. Need some thought. Nathaniel said, I've enjoyed the football streams. I'd love it if somehow, some way you could keep that coverage after the Euros are done. It's been excellent. Nathaniel, shout out to you. I'm really pleased you enjoy them. I mean, that's great. Just if people have enjoyed them, first of all, if people have enjoyed the Euro streams, that's a massive success because it didn't really fit very naturally on the channel. So if people have enjoyed them, then I take a lot from that. So that's great. And it's just food for thought moving forward. Do you like Man City? I do, but I'm not bandwagon. Well, I'm a Man United fan, but I'm not someone that goes in for the banter. Like, England have won, and I ain't interested in bantering Germany fans or anything like this. I enjoy football for... Like, I just enjoy football. So, like, England winning is massive for me because I've never seen them win. I've got no interest. Like, I wasn't cheering when they showed that poor German girl crying her eyes out, whatever. I mean, my heart breaks for her because I've been there many times. All football fans have been there many times. So, yeah, I mean, I'm a Man United fan, but you won't get no banter from me. I only do it if people give it me. But, yeah, you know, we could maybe watch Premier League season. I'm not got no problem watching Man City games. We did, actually. We watched the Champions League final. We watched City and Chelsea. You can stream anything. You make it more enjoyable. JJB Gaming, shout out to you. Ashton, shout out to you. Robbie said maybe just do the big ones, like when the 6 big teams go against each other. Not a bad shout. Not a bad shout. If you are wondering about this game, it's not the most exciting in the world, to be honest. But obviously important, and important for England as well. But we've had 10 shots, which isn't bad, but 3 on target. Currently, it's 54-46 possession for the Ukraine. Sweden on the ball right now. Connor said, I'm a Newcastle fan. That's cool. I don't know what's happening with Newcastle. Is Mike Ashley still in charge, or did he sell it? Nice in the middle. Sweden on the edge. Put to the back post. Played into the middle. Ukraine clear. Bit of panic around that Ukraine penalty area. It's played out. Forward. Dinked in. Into the middle. He goes down. Sweden looking for a free kick, but the referee not interested. I mean, I must admit, there's nothing that's scaring me here for England. Lovely break, though. Lovely counter by the Ukraine, but they just couldn't find Yarmolenko. Ukraine has got a brilliant defence, says Nathaniel. I'm a Newcastle fan, and Ashley is still in charge, says Crazy Ginger State Hold'em. Fierce Firefly said, I'm a Chelsea fan. Wow, you had a good season. You had a very good season. Tall Paul said, football is coming home. Dave, shout out to you. Hope you are well. Dave said, hello, everyone in the chat. It's coming home. Dave, how's your voice? How's your voice, Dave? How are you holding up? I should imagine a lot of English people feel like me right now. Days, if you're considering doing Premiership, you could decide to do the Saturday tea time or the 4 p.m. game, says Graham. Yeah, maybe, but maybe. I've been on the United Stand watch-alongs for the last 2 seasons, but you did a United game. I'd rather join you. To be honest, Mouldy Spoon, I am aware of those guys, and I really like those guys, so I'm not looking to be competing against them, to be honest. So maybe we don't just do United games, because I'm not interested in competing against them. They're way bigger than us, and they do a great job. So I'm not looking to compete against people. I've really enjoyed doing it. And I think we've got our own little community. So I don't know. I'll give it some thought. But they've been good. I have checked them out, Marty Spoon. I mean, I do like them. Austin said, after seeing England winning and your reaction, the energy for this game is pretty low. Oh, I don't know, dude. I just ain't got nothing left. I ain't got nothing left. I feel like I'm here physically, but mentally I'm not here. It's not a competition. It's just for fun. Yes, true. Hayden, shout out to you. Do you know what Quizzlemania is? Is that the Adam Blampier thing? Love the football streams. They've been fire. Bad left hook. Shout out to you. Sweden on the ball. Amazingly, it's the 42nd minute. Donny Holt, shout out to you, buddy. Sweden are on the ball in the midfield. Yeah, this has felt a touch. I mean, Wembley was bouncing, man. Ball into the middle, cleared by the Ukraine. Break in Germany have sacked Joachim Low after 16 exit. I think he was leaving anyway, bud. I think he was leaving anyway. So, I think, haven't they even got the next manager lined up? Lovely shot. Lovely goal. Lovely shot. Lovely goal. Sweden have equalised. It's Forsberg, who's my captain in the fantasy game. But I don't know if they'll give it him because it took a deflection. Or at least I think it took a deflection. I need to see it again. Yeah. Seems to clip someone. They might give that as an own goal, you know. They might give that an own goal. It just bounces off his inner thigh. 1-1. Sweden are back into it. Got the Swedish fans jumping around. Forsberg's brilliant. I mean, will they give it him? I really don't know. I really don't know. I don't know if he'll get it. They've listed it on screen, but it won't surprise me if it gets taken away from him. Tell you what, I'm happy about that. I'm having quite the day today. My captain has now scored in the fantasy game. Doesn't PewDiePie play for Sweden? I'm sure that he is going to be cheering for them. It has been given for Forsberg. Wow, that's brilliant. That's brilliant. I'm over the moon with that. And I needed it as well because I had Ronaldo up front, didn't score. I had Depay up front, didn't score. I had Wijnaldum in midfield, didn't score. I had Dumfries, didn't score. De Bruyne went off injured. I just had a bit of a nightmare again. Days, if the shot was on target before the deflection, then it will be a Forsberg goal. I think it probably was, yeah. I think it was on target. And actually, that is the end of the half. The referee blew the whistle. The referee blew the whistle when it was technically 44 minutes. The referee's not messing around, man. He wants to go. He's got places to be. The referee's got people to see. So, yeah, brilliant. Sweden won. Ukraine won. I don't know what's happening in the studio. Nice. I might put in my team Sterling, Zinchenko, Shaqiri. Hazard. Some good names there. I had an inkling Forsberg would score. I've got Sweden winning this match. I've had bad luck this week, says Austin. Well, a lot of people have, bud. A lot of people have. I mean, I don't think Lukaku scored, did he? So, I think Lukaku blanked. I think Ronaldo blanked. I think Mbappe blanked. A lot of the big names that people were looking at have really let people down. So, you've just got to look at where you can get points wherever you can, to be honest. The referee wants to get to the pub to celebrate the England win. Davis said it's a dead stadium. I think it's hard compared to what we saw with England. I mean, Wembley was bouncing. It was absolutely bouncing. I've been critical of England and the fact that I felt that in the group stages, Wembley just didn't turn up. Definitely turned up today. Definitely turned up today. Wembley was excellent today. And the exciting thing is that was 43,000. For the semi-final and the final, it goes to 60,000. They increase the capacity again. So even more people will be in Wembley for the semi-final. This really has to make a difference, doesn't it? I mean, if we end up playing Denmark or Czech Republic, say we get past our next game, we're back at Wembley. That's huge. Daisy, you look so uninterested. I'm not uninterested. I'm just absolutely shattered. I'm just gone, mate. I'm just gone. It's not that I'm uninterested. I'm actually very interested. Because obviously England played the winner. But honestly, I probably, after the emotion, I've just had such an energy dump that I should probably be in bed. I should be in bed. I should either be drunk or I should be in bed. Christian said, I heard on the news there was quite a few people that got arrested at Wembley. Haven't heard. James Kenny, shout out to you. This is the first ever football game. This is the first that never had extra time. I knew once I got rid of Kane he would score, says Austin. I'm going to miss these streams when it's over. Bad left hook, shout out to you, sir. The ref's got a date with his wife. Yeah, he's got to go, man. He's got to go. He blew the whistle at like the 44th and something minute. 1-1 anyway. We probably should focus on the game. If we look at the statistics, it's very even, 51-49. If we look at the total shots, it's very even, 6-5. If we look at the shots on target, it's exactly even with 2-2. And Ukraine managing to get a very good goal in the 27th minute. Forsberg with an excellent strike in the 43rd, just slightly before half-time. So, yeah, absolutely brilliant. Very, very close. Hard to call. I felt that Sweden would edge it. I still feel like they could. But 45 minutes left to go. I just really hope this doesn't go to extra time. Because I am totally going to bed after this. Trying to get like an hour or so before NXT. Probably get like I might try and get like a lem sip or something. Just a little bit of a lem sip. And have that and then try to get a little bit of sleep before NXT. That's my plan. Maybe the ref got a stain on his pretty pink outfit. Maybe he did. I'm a big fan of Yarmolenko as a United fan. I wish we signed him when he was in his prime, said Davis Rogers. Ed Sheeran was the reason that England won. He was man of the match, says Joshua. Chris said you should just get drunk in bed. Maybe I will. If I wasn't streaming NXT tonight, I probably would. I tell you, there'd be a fair few beers drunk tonight. It's weird, isn't it? Because there's people that are going to be watching this everywhere. There's probably people in pubs and there's probably people everywhere. But it's so hard to put into words right now how England, the country, is. I mean, it's just. I just don't even know if it knows how to feel. I think it's drunk. I think England's drunk right now. The pubs are going to be bouncing. If I was to go down the road to Market Drayton right now, I reckon I could walk into a pub and I bet they're all just singing songs and I bet the music's blasting. I bet there's people in the beer garden. I bet there's drunk England fans stumbling out of bars, and that'll be all over the country. That'll be absolutely everywhere you go. There'll be quite the hangover from this. And obviously it makes Saturday big, but I don't even know if Saturday's bigger than today. Seriously. I don't know if Saturday's bigger. There's something special, isn't there, about playing Germany? Days, I made it. Can I get a shout out? Shout out to you, Edward. Days, the reason why the ref blew his whistle was because there was no need for added time. Yeah, but he blew it on the clock said 44 minutes, 40 odd. That's why I mentioned it. What he must have done was he must have pressed start and then blew his whistle at the start of the game. And in those few seconds that he did that, he's ended up ending it a little early. It's no issue. Right, we're just looking at the replay of earlier, and I tell you what, these highlights will be watched many, many times. Now that we know how this game goes, God, Wembley, can you hear the noise from Wembley? Schools and workplaces should announce a couple of days off for England versus winner of this match. Sterling, and look at that chance for Kane. I forgot about that. Right at the end of the first half. This feels like a different day. Looking at this. This feels like it happened yesterday. Ball bouncing around. Second half now. Germany whipping it in. Comes back. Beautiful shot. That shot from Havertz. That shot from Havertz that Pickford has to palm over. Disgustingly good. Look at that. Pickford will have silenced a few critics. Goes out. Short. Played in. Oh, look at it. Oh, my God. Look at Wembley. Look at Wembley. Look at Wembley. Look at Wembley. Look at those pictures going around. I didn't even notice Prince William. As soon as it goes in, Prince William's like, yeah. Gives it one of them. And Kate is next to him going, oh, very good, very good. Oh, one-on-one. Look at that. Thomas Muller. Wide. Wide. Yeah, that never used to happen. Seeing Germany put a ball wide like that, they would always put them away. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. I cannot believe Wembley. I cannot believe these scenes. I cannot believe these scenes. There's people jumping up and down on the roped-off segments of Wembley. They're actually, like, bouncing. They're using it as, like, a trampoline. Wow. Austin Days is going to wake up tomorrow saying, did we really beat Germany or was that a dream? Wow. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. I used to watch you all the time in 2016. I just got back into wrestling. America Para, shout out to you, my friend. Welcome back. SummerSlam should be good. James said the Queen is probably sipping on the finest wine to celebrate. It's great for the country. It's brilliant for England. Apparently Southgate said that in his interview, he's like, listen, I've just had to go straight in there and tell them I'm the party pooper. Because if we don't capitalise on Saturday, this would have been for nothing. So England players are like going mental in the changing room. And Gareth Southgate's walked in and gone, right, turn that off, right, settle down. So, Saturday, we're going to Rome. And he'll enjoy it. He'll enjoy it. He will have enjoyed it. But I do like that from the manager. That's what you want to hear, isn't it? I want to hear the manager saying, yep, brilliant, but focus is Saturday now. And we move on to Saturday. What's your Premier League team? I support Man United. Yeah, you can just call me America. Wow. Shout out to you, America. They're saying about how England feel like they're a unit and they're united. A lot of work left to do for England. 3 games left till the cut. Oh my God, you're right. There's, 3 games left? So we got the quarterfinal, semi-final, and the final. Yeah, 3 games. 3 wins. 3 wins away from making history. History's made already. Days, what do you remember about what, buddy? About the game? England won. That's about it. What do you reckon to UFC heavyweight interim champion? I have no idea. I don't know. There was some talk about that, but my focus hasn't been there, unfortunately. What's your thoughts on David De Gea? I like David De Gea. I think United fans forget about how great he was when we weren't great. I think he was our man of the season a few years ago. And I respect the fact that he stuck with us when he could have gone. And now he's struggled, and it's like, now we want to get rid of him. And I know that's football, and I know that it's cutthroat, and I know that you've got to, go and get the best players you can and whatnot. But I still feel that De Gea's one of the best in the world. I think if De Gea's in goal, I don't think that it's a problem position. I don't think he needs changing. I'm not someone that's clamouring for Henderson. If anything, I think Henderson's unproven. So Henderson's got great potential, but I do feel comfortable with De Gea. I really like him. I really like him. He stood with us. He's united through and through. And, if he struggles, just got to rally round him, whatnot. But that doesn't mean that he's not a great keeper. Every keeper's got a mistake in him. And he's struggled. He's had some bad games. And he'll be the first to admit that. But I like him. Stephen said, I've been watching since the days you started doing Fiend. Thanks for being a chill dude. GGMU. Shout out to you, Stephen. Appreciate the kind words, my friend. Please no one judge me on this stream. I am fully aware that this might be the single worst stream we've ever done. But what I can tell you is that I am here. I am going to read your comments. I'm going to interact and talk with you guys. We're going to get through this next half. And I am then going to go to bed. I'm going to have something for my throat. And I am going to come back for NXT tonight. But yeah, this is a trash chill stream. And I'm fully aware of that. But after what happened earlier today, I'm actually amazed I'm here at all. So, but shout out to everyone that joins us. Legend Killer, shout out to you. Diego said, I remember your celebration. I'm still trying to get my eardrums back. I'm trying to get my voice back. Adil said, who's your favourite football commentator? Mine is Peter Drury, John Motson or Clive Tilsley. Yeah, they're all brilliant. I mean, John Motson might be the GOAT. He might be the one that I'm... Yeah, it might be Motson. He just is football to me. Right, we're underway with the second half. So let's get going. 1-1 to anyone that's just joining us, as you can see. Shane, shout out to you, my friends. David Robert Wood, thank you. Tall Paul said, I'm totally down for a trash chill stream right now. Sonny, shout out to you. Austin, gotta love seeing Over the Moon still on England winning. Yeah. It's just an energy dump, innit? It's just it's hard to explain. I can't quite explain it. It's as if everything is just taken out of you. I can't quite explain it. I suppose when you get that emotional, that high, and that euphoric, there has to be a come down. And you're not going to stay there for long, are you? But I tell you, I was in a pretty sweet spot today, let me tell you. I was in a beautiful place. I was in a very beautiful place. The highest of highs. I don't think you can get a legal high higher than that. I was in a pretty good place, let me tell you. But yeah, now I'm going through the crash now. What goes up must come down. It's an adrenaline dump. Yeah, I think that's what it is, but yeah. Tall Paul said John Motson on commentary and Des Lynam in the studio. It doesn't, I don't know about you. I mean, it feels enough for me. I mean, I couldn't really take any more drama or anything like that. I certainly didn't want extra time or penalties. But what doesn't feel enough is I want more of the England kind of feedback, if you know what that means. So I can't wait for Tifo tonight. I'm not sponsored by them or anything, right? I'm just being straight up honest with you that I do watch them after each day, because they sit down in a studio and they're very good at breaking down the matches and what worked, what didn't work, who did well, and I can't wait for them to break down the England game. So I'm really looking forward to watching them. Then I wish like fantasy football was on. It was an old show that had Badil and Skinner, and they would show some like funny moments from the games, like if there was any funny shots of the crowd or you know, whatever. They'd just like go through the day and find the funny bits in it. I'd love that. But we don't have a show like that. We've got Peter Crouch's show that's on TV. He's an old football player, but it's not as good. It's a bit too polished. It's a bit too BBC. It's a bit too family friendly. I'd love a football show done by like a couple of comedians. That'd be brilliant. So yeah, I just want to consume more. It's just because of the early kickoff as well. It feels a bit early, and I still feel like there's loads to consume. I don't want the day to end in a way. I suppose it's like when someone wins the Super Bowl. So when someone wins the Super Bowl in America, if you're a fan of one of those teams and someone wins the Super Bowl, like, I suppose you wouldn't quite know what to do. You'd be out on the streets celebrating and drinking and whatnot, and you'd want to watch the highlights, of course. But I should imagine you just want to consume more and more and more, wouldn't you? You just want to, I don't know. I just want to watch the highlights. I want to watch the interviews. I want to hear what people have got to say. I want to see the reactions. I just want to live all of that. So, yeah, my mind's not really into this game. I'm going through that adrenaline dump, and I'm still want to enjoy what's happened earlier. I have no idea how England are going to watch this game. In all fairness, I'd imagine they might not. They're probably going to celebrate and then go back and watch it after or something. I just don't even think you'd be able to take in what's happening here. There's probably like video analysis people that are watching it for Gareth. He'll probably watch it as well, but I mean, I wonder what he'll do tonight, Gareth Southgate. I wonder what he'll be doing, where he'll be going, who he'll be talking to. I mean, the belief in the nation now will step up. All of a sudden, you know, when you was talking about it's coming home before, people would be like, sure. Now you can sort of say it with a little more confidence. Still, whoever we get in the final, we won't be favourites. I wouldn't have us favourites against Italy, Belgium, Spain. I think whoever we get in the final, it's going to be tough. We got to get to the final, of course. Can't count our chickens, but I'd fancy us against either of these. I think Gareth will watch the full match on replay. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think he's going to watch it now, is he? Shauna said, if you want comedy, look up Men in Blazers. The two guys are funny in America. One is a Chelsea fan. The other is an Everton fan. That's interesting. I bet there probably are. That might be the kind of thing that I would look for, to be honest. Sky should have done something like that. I'm guessing you don't want extra time and penalties? No. To be honest, no. I would just like some... I mean, I understand people probably do, but personally, I just want to collapse somewhere. I think my plan will be, after this, like a lemsip, go to bed. I mean, how exciting's that? I'm such a boomer. I'm living up to the boomer lifestyle. Who else is going to have lemsip on a day like today? Who else? Everyone's getting trashed. And here's me going, I'll just have a lemsip and go to bed. I'll have a lemsip and go to bed. I don't want to get in anyone's way. I'm just going to keep myself to myself. I'm just going to have a lemsip. I'm going to go to bed. So I'm going to do that. Get up, watch NXT, and then I'm just going to absolutely hammer just reactions and all that kind of stuff. I just want to... Who would you rather see England play against? I would like to see... I don't mind, to be honest. I mean, I think if I could choose, I would say the Ukraine. Because I do think that Sweden are a little higher ranked. They are very well organised. They are a little more expensive. They are also undefeated in 2021. So, I'd probably take the Ukraine. But I don't mind either. No, Lauren. I don't want that. Days, I tagged you in a video and photo. Okay, buddy. My Twitter's blowing up. Booming up. But I will try and go through and share and like and do whatever I can. As soon as I can focus. Kulusevski. Oh, the striker. Kulusevski. Plays for Juventus. I don't know him. I honestly don't know him. Days, your reaction to England first goal was unreal. It was a great reaction. Brony, shout out to you, sir. I have not a clue. I don't know what I said. I don't know what happened. I don't know. All I can remember is the first goal. I just couldn't believe it. You just don't expect to... I'm conditioned that when that ball comes along the goal, it just goes straight past everyone and everyone misses it. So I was expecting that. So to see Sterling get on the end and then the net ripple, I mean, I don't remember. In regards to the second goal, I remember thinking like about VAR. VAR popped into my head, and I was like, VAR. There's a chance this is going to get ruled out. And you know, it's so funny. I remember doing something in this game. Lovely shot. Oh, hits the post. Ukraine hits the post. Ukraine hits the post. I remember doing something in this game that I did in another big match. One of the other biggest sporting games I ever saw was 1999. And it was when Man United won the Champions League. And I remember we were losing 1-0 against Bayern. And in the 89th minute, we managed to get back to 1-1. And I remember my friend, I was watching it with my friend. My friend turned around to me and he said, they can get a second now. They can get a second. And I was like, shut up. I told him to shut up. I was really loud as well. I was like, shut up. Like, I'll take the draw. We'll go to extra time. Let's not jinx it, kind of a thing. And I was just quite happy to, let's just go. Let's just take what we've got. Let's not try an attack. Let's just go to extra time. I'll take the draw. And I remember feeling the same in this game. I remember just thinking, I was getting, not annoyed, but I was like, I wish they would stop kicking it long. Because just keep the ball like Spain keep the ball. Forsberg hits the post. Ukraine hit the post. And then Sweden hit the post. Wow. Brilliant. Look at that. So, yeah, I remember watching England today, and I was like, no, I'll just take the one. I'll take the one. Just pass the ball around. We don't need a second. Why are they attacking? Why are they attacking? And then they scored a second and completely proved me wrong. Days, the whole England stream was like it never happened. As soon as we ended it, I saw that it was a 5-hour stream. Not a clue where that time went. I don't. There's large parts of it that I don't remember, and it's so weird because I've not been drinking, but I can't remember my reactions. I haven't seen them back. That's because you're a trooper. Doing this for the community, battling your way through NXT. We'll be there, but we'll be there for NXT. Obviously, no football for the next couple of days, which is a genuine shame. If we have a look at the thing, so it's Friday, so nothing on Wednesday, Thursday. Friday we've got 2 games, and Saturday we've got 2 games. So Wednesday, Thursday, we've got AEW. I don't know what we do on Thursday. Thursday's a problem. I haven't even thought about these. But Wednesday, Thursday, no football, but we're back for the 4 quarterfinals. Sadly, after this, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 7 games after this. That's it. That's it. There's 7 games left. 7 games left, and 3 of them might feature England if they go all the way. At least you can catch up with some of these on the upcoming days. That's true. You used every swear word in the book. Do you know what? Honestly, if you told me I swore, I would believe you. I would believe you. Forsberg plays it across, but it's cleared by the Ukraine. If I didn't swear, then I honestly don't know how, to be honest. Ball whipped to the back post. It's bouncing around the Ukraine penalty area. But the Ukraine come out, grab the ball. This is another tense little game, isn't it? Dave said that LSW is a legend. He can't prove me wrong because he doesn't remember. Anthony said, did England win? They did. They did. They did. They definitely did. They did. Honestly, you didn't. Shout out to you. Isn't Escape Pod on Thursday? It is, but I was referring more to what's on this channel. Because obviously last Thursday we did our round of 16 predictions, which I don't think went well in reflection. I'm pretty sure I put Netherlands through. And I'm sure I put France through. And I might even have put Portugal through. Kulusevski is a baller. He's young and he's growing well. Oh! Isaac! It's gone wide. Was he offside anyway? Looked like the linesman was flagging. Yeah, he was offside anyway, Isaac. Right, we've got substitution for the Ukraine. So, Ukraine making a substitution. Shaparenko is coming off. Days, Jake Holden is the craziest of all gingers. Guys, you can totally make up anything you want about what I said. I don't remember. So I can't deny anything. The group of death was so deadly that all of them are dead now, says Mr. Meme. I'm a very sad boy in a Germany top, says Matt. Turn that frown upside down. You know as well as I do that this is just a mere blip for this German team. The one thing about Germany is they are so consistent. They are so consistent that Germany will never be down for long. And with the World Cup next year, it wouldn't surprise me if you guys go there as one of the favourites. I think you've got some great talent coming through. I was thinking about this, you know. When it comes to these tournaments, everyone will eventually, apart from the winner, be disappointed. Like, everyone will be disappointed. It's just, when do you get disappointed? Like, do you not qualify for it and then you're disappointed? Like, Ireland. Northern Ireland didn't qualify, gutted. So, are you like Ireland and you don't even get there? Or do you get to the group stage and then go out like Scotland and then you're disappointed? Or do you go through to the round of 16 and then go out like Wales and then you're disappointed? Ukraine. Play it in, and it goes straight to the hands of Sweden. So, yeah, everyone just gets disappointed at different times. It's only the winner that feels like, you know, euphoric. So you kind of have to prepare yourself to feel disappointed. It's when it's going to happen, that's all. Days, on your last stream, you said United were poop and Crystal Palace are the greatest. That definitely sounds like me. Ryan said, "Who do you want to play?" I would take the Ukraine. I would take the Ukraine. Oh, absolutely drained, man. I think not eating as well was a bad move. I don't know if it was a bad move or a good move. I don't know. I didn't have anything to eat. I literally woke up and just started streaming. And, I mean, at times I felt like, nervous and a bit sick. And it's like, I feel really... I need to go and have something to eat after this. Days said that Hit Row was the greatest faction ever in the England stream. I believe Germany are hosting the next Euros, so although they've got a chance at the next World Cup, I think they will build a team to win that tournament on home soil. You're absolutely right, it is. 2024 is in Germany. So, Germany fans, you know, shouldn't feel too down. 2024, which isn't that far away. It's only 3 years. Because of the 1 year delay to this, we're a little closer to that one than we normally would be. So, nice. Good play this by Sweden. Yeah, Germany will... They're just a powerhouse in world football. What I do hope is that England don't stand still. I mean, whatever happens from here, England have got a great opportunity to kick on. Like, I'm really hoping that this encourages more investment in, like, grassroots football and that, you know, we do even more with trying to develop young players. But I was saying this the other day about how I think that St. George's Park has been a big success and how England have finally actually started to invest in the youth and how that's paying off. And it's something we should have done years and years and years ago. And it's something that Germany did years and years and years ago. And it's something that we learnt from Germany. And I think it's paying off. I mean, look at some of the performances today. I mean, just went toe-to-toe with a good German team. Not a great German team, but went toe-to-toe with a good German team. Dave said that he secretly wants to unmod Austin during the England stream. Hayden said in 2024, I will be turning 21. I thought you was 21. Didn't you turn 21 the other day, Hayden? Lovely shot and save. Lovely save by the Ukraine. Tell you what, Sweden are knocking. That was excellent. Great save. Pushes it over the top bar, and it's Forsberg that's going to take the corner. So Forsberg takes the corner. We've only actually got 24 minutes left. This game has actually flown by very quickly as well. Nice tackle, but lovely ball by Ukraine that's starting to break forwards. Ukraine on the break, weaving. Sweden have got back, edge of the area, plays it out. Nice shot. Straight into the arms of the Swedish goalkeeper. Straight into the arms of the Swedish goalkeeper. Days, you proposed to me on the England stream because you were so excited. Brony said Hayden and Days are always going to be 21. Forsberg has been very good in this Euros, says Stay Away. I agree. He has been very good. He has been very good. So, Sweden passing it around in their defence. I think Sweden are really stamping their authority on this game now. As the ball is played forward. Nice. But goes out. Let's have a look at player stats. So, in regards to goals, Forsberg had scored 3. I don't know if that's his 4th. But he's right up there, you know. Schick is right up there. Schick's on 4. Forsberg's on 3. Seferovic is on 3 for Switzerland. I mean, isn't that weird? Don't you think that's really strange? That the Golden Boot winner might be either Schick from the Czech Republic, Forsberg from Sweden, or Seferovic from Switzerland. Unless Harry Kane goes on to just absolutely smash him in now. Nice pass played back. Dave said he would love to visit Antarctica one day. Right, out to the left-hand side. Forsberg on the ball into the penalty area. Beautiful shot. Oh, my God, Forsberg. Bounces off the crossbar. That was incredible. He is lighting up this tour. Who does he play for? Who the flip does Forsberg play for? And why is it not Man United? Forsberg was voted the Swedish midfielder of the year in 2016 and 2017. He was part of the Sweden team that reached the quarterfinals in 2018. And they obviously went out to England that year. He plays for RB Leipzig. I tell you, man, RB Leipzig, we've spoke about them before. They just look at data. And they just basically try and find hidden gems. And, man, I tell you, he'll be on some people's radars. He really will be on some people's radars. They bought him from Malmo back in 2014. And he's been with them every year since. I tell you, not a bad player at all. At all. He could go to quite a few teams and add some. I could see him being in like an Everton team. I could see him playing for Everton. Maybe in Arsenal. I don't know how much he would cost. How old is he? 29. 62 times he's played for Sweden and he scored 13. He's played 168 games for RB Leipzig and scored 34. Not bad for a midfielder, those numbers. He's a great player, says James Chadwick. Well, on the... yeah, I mean, he would be someone I would be keeping an eye on if England play Sweden, definitely. A lot of the attacks seem to come through him. Donny Holt, shout out to you. Ball goes back. We got less than 20 minutes to go. How did you watch the 1999 Champions League? You weren't born. Yeah, I was 21. I was 21 when it was on. Charging forward, playing it out to the left-hand side. I watched it in Stourbridge Football Club with a friend. and he was an Arsenal fan. And he was telling me, like, when it went in, he was like, "You can get another." He's a really great guy, actually. I mean, he was cheering on for United, and he was an Arsenal fan. I respect that. And he was like, "You can get another now. You can get another." I was like, "Shut up. Let's just go to extra time." And I am that way. I think I'm just like Gareth Southgate. I'm so cautious and defensive. And when England scored earlier today, I was like, "I'll just take the one. I'll take the one. Why do they keep attacking? Tell them to stop attacking." Because they just kept playing these long balls, and I was so nervous. Days, it was like watching WWE's motto. He will always be 21, then, now, forever. Robert says, shout out to everyone. Austin said it's 103 degrees for me right now. He is a great player. He said, England won, I'd be a moderator. Only joking, mate. You said I am the best. Edward, shout out to you. Stockholm, Sweden, shout out to you. Your team's doing well. I will be checking my channel later. I feel like, I don't know why, but in the past couple of minutes, about past 5 minutes, I feel like I've got a second wind. I feel like all of a sudden I'm back in the room. It's very weird. What is happening to me today is very strange. But past 5 minutes, I just feel like I'm starting to come back now. Here we go. Here we go. Back in the room. Oh, I hope everyone's doing well. I should imagine there's a few drunk people out there. Should we have a look at the BBC? See what the BBC is saying. Let's go to the BBC. Here come the Ukraine. There we go. There is the homepage of the BBC. This is basically my homepage, and the top story: England end a 55-year wait for a knockout win over Germany. Let's click on it. 2-0. Blah 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 blah. England struck twice late on to end a 55-year wait for a knockout victory over Germany amid scenes of huge tension and elation at Wembley. Absolutely brilliant. Southgate's biggest result. Oh, man, that got me, that did. That hit me right in the feels. That moment there where he looks up to the heavens and does that at the end of the game, Gareth Southgate, knowing what he's been through. Knowing that his penalty knocked us out of Euro 96, and to see him, incredible. Kane finally comes good. Pickford and Maguire make their mark. Germany face a new era. We have given people a day to remember. Southgate said, I'm just so pleased. I was looking at the big screen and I saw David Seaman up there. For my teammates that played with me in Euro 96, I can't change that, the penalty miss. It always hurts. But what is lovely is we have given people a day to remember, and now we have to do it in Rome. We have talked about bringing enjoyment to the nation, and on afternoons like this, that is what it is all about. The players were immense right the way through the team, and the fans were there as well. It was as good an atmosphere as I can remember at Wembley. It was as good an atmosphere as I can remember at Wembley. If you do get chance to go back and rewatch the highlights, when the goals go in, look in the background. Don't look at the players. Look in the background and just watch Wembley bounce. I mean, it's just scenes. I didn't realise at the time, because obviously I wasn't really paying attention, but watching the replay, it's incredible. It's beautiful. Days, have you heard Netherlands boss resigned? Yeah. Yeah, it got mentioned earlier. Days, what a game England was. It's coming home. Like, literally, I got a text from Waitrose saying, Jack, you have 20% of potatoes because it's coming home. What? What? Waitrose have given you 20% off potatoes because it's coming home? Tell you what, a lot of companies can have a lot of fun with that now, can't they? Oh, man. Saturday as well. Saturday will be another big day. It's hard to say that Saturday's bigger, though. I'm never going to lie to you guys. Saturday, even though it is the next round, I don't know that I can say it's bigger than what we've just seen. I think we'd have to get to the semi-finals and back to Wembley, and I mean the final will be, of course, if we get that far. Edward, shout out to you. Reese said we might get another extra time. Oh, I hope not. Sweden probably deserve this. Forsberg. Oh, no. No joy. He's been irresistible, Forsberg, in this. Everyone is going to say it's going to come home. Nice pass into the centre. Played into Forsberg. Oh, lovely one touch. Cleared from the Ukraine penalty area. Days, can we get an oh yeah? No, not with my voice, buddy. Dave, massive shout out to you. We could get another one with extra time. Massive shout out to England. Days, if you was 21, you don't look 43. You look so young. No, I'm still 21. Yarmolenko gets a yellow card. 12 minutes left in this. 12 minutes left. Edward Brown, shout out to you, buddy. Shout out to you. Gonna need some serious Lemsip. Industrial Lemsip is what we're gonna need. A few thumbnails need to get made as well as we build towards the next round of games. Ukraine are attacking. Haven't seen them have too much of a spell. Ball whipped in, but bounces off the Swedish player. Forsberg's on the ball. Ooh, it does get through. Here comes Sweden. Gets dispossessed. Ball gets played into the centre. And, yep, Ukraine are on the ball at the moment, but it's in their half. Almost 80 minutes gone. We're into the final 10. I can't believe, like, this game feels like it's gone much quicker than the England one. Much quicker. What's your prediction for this game? I think Sweden win. And it might go to 2-1 or penalties for Sweden. At this rate, the ref might blow on the 88. He's probably having a look now. Probably like, I've got this data. He's probably fuming. This ref blew the whistle a touch early in the first half. So right now he's probably like, I can't believe this. If this goes to extra time, I am going to be fuming. Ball rolls out. At this rate, we read that day. Sainsbury's have done a buy one, get one free for Coca-Cola. You need to get down to your local supermarket. Okay. I'm sure they have regular offers, in all fairness. Couple of changes for Sweden. Days needs 10 cc of Lemsip stat. Just put it in my veins. Put it straight into my veins. A lot of people do Class A drugs. I just smash the Lemsip. This game has flown by so quickly. Oh. Edward, shout out to you. You don't need to send in any more super chats, my friend. How about hit row? I can try. I don't think I can do it. Hit row, hit row, hit row. Hit row, hit row. That was alright, actually. I thought that was going to come out awful. I was fully expecting that to be a... That was alright. Did you enjoy Raw last night? It was alright. I got a little bored. It was alright. It wasn't a bad episode. It was pretty solid. I think I gave it a 6.75. A few people said my score should have been a little lower than that. Yeah. Raul, shout out to you. How's this match? It's been all right. There's been some moments of quality. There's been some chances. We've seen the post get hit a few times. Forsberg's been brilliant. I'd say Sweden were the better side. But it's still 1-1 with 7 minutes to go. And there's a few substitutions being made. The first time I heard the hit row theme was last week. Give Raw 6 out of 10, says David Robert Wood. You should have gone with a 6 like me. Still can't get over the England win. I'm so happy, says Adam. Raul, shout out to you, my friend. Yeah, it's just a wonderful day. It's just a wonderful day. What a wonderful day. I hope everyone's having a great day. Just a wonderful day. Oh, man. BBC website's amazing. Just got some England fans celebrating reaction on there and player ratings. Oh, what were the player ratings? Let's have a look. Man of the match. The player of the match for England, Pickford. According to... So people have voted on the BBC website. This is really interesting. I thought Trippier was the worst. Oh, they've gone with Kane as the worst. No, I suppose Kane was a bit more ineffective. Forsberg, I think, has been yellow carded. So, right. The best player was Pickford, 7.72 out of 10. Grealish, 7.64. So people loved Grealish when he came on. Sterling, 7.54. Saka, 7.04. Maguire, 6.98. Phillips, 6.94. Stone, 6.94. Walker, 6.83. Shaw, 6.64. Trippier, 6.27. Rice, 6.21. Henderson, I don't even remember Henderson coming on. I don't even remember him coming on. 5.99. He must have come on right at the death. And then Kane, 5.35. So that's how they... I don't understand England fans. If I was scoring this, I'd be 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. I said, build them all a statue. I'm certainly not going to sit there going, I think he was a 10. What you think about 10? But what about the goal? 10. They're all 10s. They all get a statue. You get a statue. You get a statue. You get a statue. You get a statue. Everyone gets a statue. Heroes. Heroes. Harry Kane scored the second goal against Germany, and his average score is 5.35. England fans are harsh, man. They're so harsh. Yeah, we beat Germany. Yeah, you scored the second goal, but I think you're about a 5. Days SmackDown currently has Liv, Tamina, Natalia yet to qualify because Bailey, Belair have a match. Too long. Brain can't cope. German players, Havertz got 715 for Germany. And then all the others are like 5 point. So Hummels 574, Neuer 560, Kimmich 536, Cruz 534, Goretzka 527. Yeah, I remember Khan coming on 419. He couldn't do anything. Sane, I don't remember him coming on 431. Musiala 436, Gnabry 454. Lots of 5s and 4s. Does say something, though, when the man of the match, according to BBC people, is the England goalkeeper, doesn't it? With a 7.72. Good, though. Good, though. You see, this is what I want to do. I just want to read all these. Top tweets. I want to read top tweets. Let's have a look at top tweets. Top tweets. Right, here come the Ukraine. Sorry, Sweden, but I would love for you to go out now. Being passed around. We're well in Sweden's half. Some late heartbreak here. 88th minute. Nice. That's good. Oh, offside. Oh. Sasha Banks has been cancelled for Instagram for anti-vax. Sasha is under fire. Daisy's voice is a bit hoarse. It's really hoarse, buddy. It's gone. It's pretty much gone. We've got the most dominant team, says Legend Killer. Daisy has gone full-blown Oprah. I'm just having a look at some of the tweets. Alan Shearer. Hands up if you're ready for England, Germany later. And he's got him playing with his hands up. Michael Owen has tweeted. There's Peter Crouch. Oh, Sweden. Put it wide. Oh, they were there. Oh, they were there. Badil and Skinner were actually at Wembley. The guys that came up with It's Coming Home. The people that wrote the song. You know the comedians, the people I was talking about, the fantasy football. And I was like, oh, I used to love that show. They came up with the song. And there they are. That's them at Wembley. David Badil said, so it's been a while since we've been here for this fixture. But there is Badil and Skinner. Two comedians at Wembley Stadium in the crowd. And they were the hosts of fantasy football. And actually, I was watching some of that. It's all right. It's aged a bit, in all fairness. It's aged a little bit. But you still kind of get the feeling that it's such a great show. It was always on really late after the day. So both games would happen. And then it would be on at like 11:30 at night on BBC Two. Do you know what I mean? So you'd turn to like BBC Two, which is it is a main channel, but it's the smallest main channel. It's not BBC One or ITV or Channel 4. So BBC Two, you'd go there, and they were just the way it was done was it was like a living room, and the audience were there, and they were just sat on a sofa, and it was brilliant. You know, they'd just point out some of the funny things that happened during the tournament. And it was such a popular show that they got approached for doing the official song. And that's where It's Coming Home came from. 3 Lions. And it's brilliant. I mean, every England fan knows it. I should imagine most football fans know it. But yeah, they were there. That's great. The Jurgen Klopp lookalike. Someone mentioned them earlier. Oh, that's great. So there's a dude that looks like the Liverpool manager. I'm going to show you him now. Check him out. Look, That's what the Liverpool manager looks like, and this dude is in the crowd celebrating. The Jurgen Klopp lookalike is enjoying the build up to England-Germany. Brilliant. He really looks like him as well. Right, 2 minutes. Looks like this is going to extra time. God, I can't consume enough. I mean, I know you will have seen it, but there's Ed Sheeran and David Beckham. Ed Sheeran and David Beckham in the crowd. I only just saw what he said. England could do with Scholes and Beckham on the pitch. So the dude's making out that Ed Sheeran is Paul Scholes, who he does look a little like. Paul Scholes had ginger hair. That's very good. It's got 9,400 likes. England could do with Scholes and Beckham on the pitch. It's brilliant. Right, look, extra time. Extra time. Well, I mean, look. What we've learnt today is that life can give you with one hand and then take away with another. Because, yes, we've seen a fantastic England performance. But now, for some reason, the spirits want me to stick around and suffer as much as possible now. And I've been very honest in saying my voice is shot. And that I probably need to get some sleep before NXT. But, no! Extra time! Days, you should remake It's Coming Home to Hello Marion. Oh, hello, I'm going down here. Where am I off to? Let's bring me back. Right, extra time is on the way. King Ducky, shout out to you. James Chadwick says skulls. Ah! That's good, that was. I didn't even notice the little thing at the top. Days, when England beat Belgium or Germany in the finals, it is a sign that we win the cup. Well, we've done Germany. If we are going to play Belgium, it will be the final, but it will be at Wembley. Will be at Wembley. Extra time, that's not going to help. That is not going to help, no. No. We've had a quick look of things that will help, and it turns out this isn't one of them. This is good for England, as they're going to be even more tired on Saturday. Actually, that's a good point. That's a good point. I'm into that idea. Yeah, Sweden, Ukraine have finished in a 1-1 draw. Ukraine are fired up. They were just in a circle and... Here's Sweden. They're in a circle. This could so easily have been England. So easily have been England. I hope Sweden get beat because they ruined my ACCA by not winning in 90 minutes. And I really needed that 50 to keep me ticking over. Oh, almost didn't finish it. The voice is almost giving up. Chalmers, Sweden is my team for the sweepstakes, so I hope they do well. James said, you can sleep all day tomorrow. There's nothing on till Dynamite. Yeah, I mean, I'll be all right once I get a little bit of sleep or whatever. It's a shame in a way, isn't it? I don't really want to. I kind of want to just... I think I want to go to the pub or something. I don't know. I mean, I definitely won't be. But I am jealous of anyone that is. Everyone that's out and about and whatever, and having some drinks and, you know, making the most of today. It's very quiet in Hampden. You know, the people that are there are trying to make noise and whatever, but it's a very empty stadium. It's a long way, though, isn't it, for Ukraine in particular? Oh, it's worth mentioning. Oh, Yamachuk's gone off. It's worth mentioning that Ukraine caused a bit of controversy with their shirts. I think we have mentioned it already, but on the shirts is the outline of the Ukraine, and it actually includes like a disputed area. And UEFA said it was all right for them to have that, but they had to lose. I think on the inside of the shirt it says "for the glory of the Ukraine" or "to the glory of the fighters" or something like this, and UEFA said they had to lose that saying. The outline of the country with that was a bit too much. But they've still allowed them to have that outline of the country. Russia was very upset because Russia is claiming some of the land. I think it's Crimea. So, little bit of... you don't really expect football shirts to cause political drama, but the Ukrainian shirt does. And you have to really look for the outline of the country, but it is there. It looks a bit like a stain, without being disrespectful. Around like here. It's just underneath where the badges are. It's just the outline of the country. Right, we're guaranteed half an hour. I'm thrilled. I'm thrilled about this. There was people stripping off in the pubs and running around the town by me, I heard, says James Chadwick. I'm not sure anything would surprise me, to be honest. Mr. Meme said, honestly, beating Germany and then losing to Sweden or the Ukraine is such an England thing to do. No copyright content on the screen. Buzz in the England one, says Connor. Right, Ukraine have got the ball at the back. Days, we want second overtime. Is your voice better? No. No. I had a second wind. I did, for some reason, around the 70th minute. I was like, actually, do you know what? I've got a second wind here. And then by about the 75th minute, I was like, no, it's gone. So my second wind came and went. Turns out, guys, if you ever wondered, I wonder what Days is like when he gets a second wind. It lasts for about 5 minutes, and it's very uneventful. Aren't the citizens of England going mad throughout the streets? In the cities, I would imagine they are, yes. I'm in the countryside, so there's not really many people around me. So unless the cows are rioting, I'm not too sure. I'd have to go into town, which, you know, is 10 minutes down the road. But it wouldn't surprise me that there'll be video footage on Twitter or whatever of, like, people in the streets of Birmingham. Because don't forget, there's a lot of pubs and bars in the city centres. And what they'll do is they'll quickly, you know, after the game, they'll put, like, music on and all that. So I'd imagine people that have been drinking, probably dancing away. It's probably a lot of hugging and kissing and touching and feeling and crying and dancing and all kinds of emotions popping off. It's going to go to penalties, says Austin. Brilliant. When is Mark Henry debuting on AEW Rampage? I don't know, but I haven't heard when that's starting. England are now the bookies' favourites at 2-1. To be honest, I think that I wouldn't have England as favourites. I think there's England should be confident of getting through this side of the draw. I think they'll be favourites against either of these two, and favourites against either Czech Republic or Denmark. But I think Denmark are going to be a big problem. I think they're really their team spirit is just incredible. They work so hard, and obviously everything they've been through, they're going to be hard. So it's not going to be easy to get to the final, and it shouldn't be easy to get to a final. But England could do it. They could do it. But I don't think we're favourites against whoever we face. And if we do it, I want every single Euro 2020 item I can get my hands on. I will buy a signed shirt, because surely there'll be signed shirts. I would imagine if England win the Euros, the team could retire now and just earn money by doing appearances. If England win the 2020 Euros, they can just spend the rest of their lives going to conventions, and, you know, you could just do pictures. Like, do you want to meet the Euro 2020? £400, and you can meet and get pictures with the whole Euro 2020 team or something like that. They could just spend the rest of their lives doing that. They'll never have to buy a drink again. In fairness, they probably don't anyway after this result. But, yeah, just never have to buy a drink again. I mean, they're not hurting for money anyway. I remember seeing the England 1966 team. I think there was only 8 of them left at the time. This was years ago. And that was about the same deal. It was about £400, £500. And you could meet them, get pictures, and get a signed thing. But as I said, there was about 8 of them left of the 11. And there wouldn't even be that now. I don't know how many are left anymore. This is a long time ago. But, I mean, I didn't do it because I was young. And it's before my time in a way. I mean, it's such a big moment or whatever, but it's so long ago. Like, 66 is so long ago. But I'd want one for this. I'd definitely... could you imagine getting an England shirt signed? If we win it, an England shirt signed by all the players. Oh, God. Heroes, all of them. AEW's Big Show and Mark Henry were the 2 superstars hunting down Andre's memorabilia. Will you preview the quarterfinals on Thursday? I suppose we could. That's a good shout, actually. That's a good shout. Crazy Ginger Jake Holden said England would go out to Denmark in the semis, maybe. If not, I think Italy or Switzerland win. Yeah, I wouldn't have us as favourites. Who won the Euros in 66 when England... England beat Spain. So England beat Spain in the quarterfinals, and then they went out to Germany on penalties. Oh, wow, that's nasty. Is his leg all right? We're just seeing studs up. That is nasty. Potential red card for Sweden. That could have been a broken leg. Is this... Yeah, I mean, I think they're showing a replay, and the... Danielson. Oh, this is nasty. This is like UFC stuff. Oh, my God. Oh, he might have broke. He must have broke his leg. Has he broke his leg? The ref's going over to have a look. Oh, it's horrific. Oh my God, it's horrific. Yeah, that's high. He's got to go. Oh my God. Oh my, his leg goes over like this. Yeah, you got to go. Red card. Red card. Danielson has been sent off. It's a red card for the Swedish player. I mean, I don't know how bad that's going to be, because it's not like they've got tons of time to get through. It's definitely not great. Oh, he's back on his feet, and he's struggling to walk, but I think he's done, isn't he? He's done. Look, he's in tears. His tournament's over. His career might be over. Danielson goes off. Yeah, his leg's got to be broken. I mean, you could see his leg go out like this. Oh, God. It's either broken or hyperextended knee. Who's injured? It was the... I don't know what the player is, actually. I don't know his name. It's a Ukrainian player. There's a close-up of his leg. Can we be super careful of... Right. James Chadwick said that was nasty. That was nasty. His leg proper bowed. I don't know if it was his leg or if it was the way the shin pad moved that made it look worse. Bisedin? Yeah, Bisedin is substituted off, so he's off as well. So, Sweden are down to 10. It's not the end of the world. I mean, obviously it's going to make it hard for them to win. But they will have changed it around, so they'll lose a striker and they'll put on an extra defender. So their defence will still be intact. But it just means going forward they're going to struggle now. And obviously if you've took off a striker, if it goes to penalties, that's going to hurt, so... But they ain't got to play that long, have they, down on 10 men? They've still got to get through a second half of extra time, though. Nasty. Ball goes out to the left-hand side. Ukraine have definitely got to feel there's a big opportunity here. Days, if England win, you have to shave your beanie off. Wow. Yeah, and I should imagine there'll be a fair bit of stoppage time in this. You have a look at my tweet about England. I'm drowning in them, buddy. I will try and get to all of them when I can. West Ham versus Chelsea it was. West Ham versus Chelsea. What was that, buddy? Crazy Ginger, what was that? If you make contact with the ball, it shouldn't be a red. I mean, he did make contact with the ball, but it's still a high boot and it's still reckless, and the follow through. Days to shave his eyebrows off. People just want me to do things, don't they? Tell me what happened. So the ball was around about knee height. And the Swedish player came in. He had his boot up, studs up, which is always dangerous. And he does get the ball, but as he follows through, he hits the Ukrainian player's leg. And it seemed to do that. Like, his leg looked like it broke. It's hard to tell if it was the shin pad that moved or what it was that happened. I mean, he can't walk on it. Yeah, I don't know why he's not on a stretcher. Why is he not on a stretcher? It's a really good point. If this was like the NFL, wouldn't they have a little cart come on? Or something? What's your thoughts on this match? To be honest, I haven't been like watching it that intensely. We've been like just talking about England and whatever. I've had it on in the background, and obviously I've been keeping an eye. It's felt like not a bad little game. There's been quite a fair bit of action or whatever. Feels very close with both sides having possession, and I think that Sweden looked like the better side. But I just don't feel like there's a great deal in it. I don't feel there's been a great deal in the game. I think Forsberg's been really impressive at times. He's had a couple of great shots. Both sides have hit the post. It's been a fun little match for the neutrals. Obviously not the fireworks of yesterday, but what we were seeing yesterday was pretty exceptional stuff. But after the emotion of England and Germany and all of that, like, this has felt like a bit of a step down. Only because of the lack of atmosphere, really. But Wembley was fantastic. Everything I said about the group game, about how there just didn't seem to be much noise, it felt a bit like a library. They turned up today. They absolutely turned up today. I think today's victory grabs the nation. I think up until now, the nation were watching, but I think there was a lot of, it's coming home, whispering of it. It's coming home. It's going to come home. Now they'll be singing it, and they'll be shouting it, and they'll believe in it. And I think the nation is right there with this team now. Days my tweet is Jurgen Klopp celebrating and singing It's Coming Home. Is England winning it all? I think they are. They stand a chance. That's what I would say. Can't stream match because of compromise. My Euro is going fishing. It's simple. UEFA decided that kind of challenge is an automatic red, says Karate Buff. Gets knocked out. There's 3 added minutes. 3 added minutes, and then we go to second half. Okay, so Ukraine about to take a corner. Zinchenko plays it back. Nice. Out to the wing. Whips it into the centre. Headed away. Out to the right. Sweden trying to clear their lines. This is England's chance. I don't think they will get a draw this easy. And playing at home at the same time, probably ever again. It's now or never. Yeah, I mean, it is a fantastic opportunity. And there's no denying it. There's no denying it. It's a fantastic opportunity. But I think that's how they'll see it. It's an opportunity. You've just got to take it a game at a time. I mean, it's exciting and whatever, but we're still going to have to play one of these. And we're still going to have to work really hard. And it's still not going to be an easy game. I mean, as we said, we've seen Switzerland get past France. We've seen Austria push Italy to the limit and go into extra time. We've seen Czech Republic eliminate Netherlands. Like, you'd be foolish to look past either of these sides. And don't forget, the next game is not at Wembley. The next game, we go to Rome. Forsberg skies it, and he's hobbling a little bit, Forsberg. A lot of players collapsing now. A lot of players in pain. Days, you need to see my tweet. I think I've seen it, but if it's Jurgen Klopp, I think we just looked at it. Austin said, someone else, please make a goal. Days is in depression waiting for this match to end. I feel okay, actually. I feel all right. I think I've got a bit of a third wind that I'm hoping is going to get me through this final half of extra time. There was no cart or stretcher. It was weird, Ryan. It was weird. Chalmers, shout out to you, sir. I hope you are well. When a rugby player goes down, they carry on with the medical team on field. Football players are little princesses. Well, I'll tell you now, Zombie. All 11 of those England heroes are my special princesses that took to the field earlier. They're the princesses of my heart. Wear and tear. Go Habs, go Canadians, Canadian. Brendan, blah, blah. Brendan, shout out to you. Reece said, I would like to see another penalty shootout. It would be interesting. Ukraine's got the ball on the right-hand side into the centre, headed away by Sweden. And the Ukrainian guy goes down, yeah. Wear and tear. He's tapping out. He was just pounding. That's it. Get him off the field. He is milking it, isn't he? God, it's like he's been shot. Yarmolenko, that was. The BBC News follows the conclusion of this match. Normally there's news at 10, but it's a little bit delayed at the moment. Very much delayed at the moment. 1:15 to go. Red card. Belgium, England would be the perfect Euro finals. I'd be nervous about that. I'd be nervous about England, Belgium. I mean, I'd be nervous England, Italy, England, Belgium. The final's going to be horrific. I don't know that any England game is going to be as stressful as the one we just watched, or as emotional, except for the final. Maybe the semi-final. I've never seen England in a final. England have only reached one final, and that was 66 when we won the World Cup at Wembley. That's worth mentioning. It was at Wembley. Hey, someone asked me earlier who won the Euro 96. It was the Germans. So the Germans knocked out England in the semi-final. They then played the Czech Republic in the final, and they won the final against the Germans. So that's who won Euro 96. Days, you've got an NXT stream in 2 hours. Will this game be finished in time? We might have 100 penalties. Could you imagine that? Could you imagine if I finish the penalties and it's like, right, guys, join me in 5 minutes. NXT starting now. That would be horrific. Brian said in 66 days was 15. I was 21. Are you English? I am, my friend, yes. I am. I am. Dave, Seth put up on his Instagram that he and Becky are finally getting married today. Oh, that's nice. That's good. Abdullah said this game is boring. Yesterday, draw extra time was really fun. There's been nothing interesting about this. Is it a penalty shootout? Not yet, buddy. We're going to the second half of extra time first. Right. A new goalkeeper's come on for the Ukraine. I tell you, this is good for England because not only are both teams wearing each other down, but there's players going off injured left, right, and centre. So, is it been confirmed as a fracture? Right, they're getting stuck in here. Both of these teams are just absolutely destroying each other. Yeah, there is a lot of stoppages. It's been a little war, this has. I wouldn't want to see England going through this, in all fairness. That would be a concern. Both these sides are just battering each other. Days is invested. He couldn't be more excited. Days, if England reach and lose the final, it will sting more than if England had lost today. Don't know. Maybe it will. I can't answer it. I mean, I've never seen England get to a final, so even if they get to a final, I feel like it's something I've never seen. It's a weird one. It is a weird one. It's a difficult one to explain, but It's a weird one. Okay, it's hard to explain, but I've never seen England beat Germany in a knockout game. So winning today is massive. It's huge. And we've been eliminated by them in quite a few tournaments. So to get a win over them is something that I'll never forget. So even if we get knocked out in the next round, this isn't a disaster and heartbreaking. Yeah, I'll be sad and it'll be a massive opportunity gone. But we'll still have the victory over Germany. We'll still have that to look back on and relive. And do you know what I mean? Like, even though we lost at Euro 96, we don't look back on it and just cry. Like, there's so many great moments from that tournament that we remember. You know, they replay like a great Gaza goal. We beat Netherlands 4-1. We beat Spain on penalties. Like, there's definitely things that you can go back and go, wow, do you remember that? Where was you for that game? Where was you for this game? Do you remember that moment and all this? So I kind of feel like with this tournament, there's not been that many moments that we could look back on. Like, you look back on the Scotland game, it was awful. We drew 0-0. You look back on the Croatia game, we scraped to 1-0. You look back on Czech Republic, we scraped to 1-0. Like, there wasn't really anything to look back on in this tournament. There is now. There is now. So, yeah, it's huge. I don't want to say it's like winning it, because it can't be like winning it. I'm sure winning it is even bigger, but I don't know that I will feel the same if we beat Sweden or beat the Ukraine, even though it is the next round. Especially as we go in as, like, favourites or whatever. Like, if you beat them and it's quite comfortable, it might just feel like, okay, job done, on to the next one. But with this, what was better, Euro 96 or the World Cup 2018? Euro 96. Euro 96 was better. World Cup in 2018, we had a really favourable draw, and it meant that we kind of got to the semi-finals, and we didn't have to really play any big teams. We had to play Colombia, Sweden, and then we got Croatia. So, you know, Euro 96, because of it being in England, because of my age, I was obviously younger, and it's the first real tournament I remember. And just everything about it. One of the things I remember about Euro 96, I've mentioned them before. There was these Snicker boxes you could get. There were these brown boxes, and you got a little fun-sized Snickers. And you also got some Pogs, which... Oh, is he offside? Oh, he skied it. And no flag went up. Ukraine have put it over the bar. Oh, there's the flag. There's the flag. I wondered where it was, because it did look questionable. He's put it over anyway. But anyway, yeah, there was these little pug things. Now, if you don't know what they are, I wonder if I can find a picture of them. I think I've looked for them before. But I loved these things. There was no internet back in the day. Oh, God, I loved them. They're little cardboard discs, and that's what the box looked like. Let me get that, and let me get these. Boom. Some people watching might have got these as well. Kristoffer, shout out to you, buddy. I had these as a kid. I used to go to the shop up the road and buy them, and I collected them, and it's a big part of what I remember. So there's those. Ukraine are just on the attack, but oh, are they gonna make it? Yeah, in the middle. They're trying. Ball goes back into the inside. It's all Ukraine right now. Right, I'll get to these in a second. Here come Ukraine in Sweden's penalty area. Nice. Oh, I'll tell you, Sweden are just defending for their lives right now. Trying to play it forward. No one's going to get onto the end of that. Ball goes out. We've got another Swedish player down. Ukraine player is checking on him. Let's have a look. Ooh, knee to the head. It's a knee in the face. The Ukraine player knees the... oh, he didn't mean to do it. It's all accidental, but... still going to feel it, isn't he? So, the Sweden player's down. We got another injury here. There's an argument that we shouldn't have extra time and it should just go after 90 straight to penalties. Don't know. Lot of injuries. Snickers, yeah, these were available in 96. So what you got was you got a little fun-sized Snicker bar, and you can see that you either got 3 cardboard discs, or you got 2 and 1 slammer. And the slammers were basically the nation logos, like their badges. So you can see the slammers at the top. They're big plastic things. And then all the discs are the different players. And you just collected them, and there was a little album. And the album obviously had... it was kind of like a sticker album. You could see what players to collect. I suppose you could put some blue tack in and attach them, but they weren't stickers. And what I loved was on the back page, it said, pick your dream team. And it had, like, spots to put the players that you wanted for your own dream team. And I'm not lying. I spent hours. I would go through my discs that I had, and I'd be like, who do I want in goal? Schmeichel. I'm going to put Schmeichel in goal. No doubt. Up front, Shearer. Definitely want Shearer. Who else have I got? And I'd go through and I'd be like, no. Yeah, he played well the other day. I'll put him in midfield. That's good. And then, like, I just loved it. Just absolutely loved it. Simple things, man. Players on cardboard. That's it. Pictures of players on cardboard. But I can't tell you how much I loved collecting those. Absolutely loved it. Little Snickers fun-size things. So, yeah, I mean, there's just loads of little memories like that from Euro 96 that I don't have with 2018. And obviously, you know, Three Lions, that came out because of Euro 96, and that's what an anthem. Do you know what I mean? That is the anthem for England. So, there's just a lot of very, very happy memories. And watching it with my friends as well, you know. Reminds me of Pogs in the States. I can't remember who came out with it, but they used to have baseball Pogs, says Capsman. That's interesting. Chalmers said Snickers should do that with wrestling since they sponsor WrestleMania. Could you imagine if they did that and then you could pick your dream card, this person versus this person? Because the great thing about them is you could go to school and, like, you know, if there was some that you needed, you'd be like, have you got Sheringham? Like, I've got an extra Peter Schmeichel. I'll do a swap if you need a Schmeichel. Do you know what I mean? As you do at school. So then you could, like, swap them around. So, yeah, that's a really great idea. Chalmers, you should hit them up. Just be like, listen, why don't you knock some out for next year's WrestleMania? Dream matches, legends, make your own card. People would love that. People would love it. It probably, and thinking about it though, it'd probably be all digital now. Right, ball goes out to the left-hand side, looking to whip it into the centre. Oh, shot goes wide. I mean, it might be cruel now if a team wins it now. Maybe we've got to go to penalties. Maybe this is the way it was always meant to be. Caruto says, good old memories. Yeah, man. Definitely. I remember I had Power Ranger Pogs, says Capsman. Your name kind of suggests it as well, Caps. I think they were called Caps. I remember some people referring to them as pogs, as caps. You could get a machine that would make them as well, which was just, I mean, that was on my Christmas list, I think, every year. It wasn't that expensive. But what you would do is you would get, like, a blank bit of cardboard, and then you'd get a picture, and it would just kind of cut the picture out and stick it to the cardboard. I mean, it's the most basic thing in the world. But, like, you could make your own pogs. And how you played the game was you would... I don't quite understand, but I think you would put them in a pile. So you had a load, and the ones that you were willing to bet, you'd put them in a pile, and your friend would put his in, and then you would, like, get the slammer, and you'd just smash the top of the pile, and whatever fell off, you got to keep. So if you had loads of, like, swaps or something, it was, you know, it was best to play with them. If there were ones you loved, it wasn't wise to gamble those. But you'd, you know, put them in a pile and you'd get your slammer. You'd be like, smash it down. And whatever fell off, you were like, mine. That's mine. And then your friend would go and you'd go again, you know. I don't think, to be honest, I ever actually played the game that way. Me and my mate just collected them. I'm sure I'd probably swap some with him, but... Days, you should have never said that you was going for that nap. I know, man. The gods heard me. The gods heard me. Because I'm a Washington Capitals ice hockey fan. Well, that makes sense. We've got a Ukrainian player down. Look at him. Oh. 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 He's like a fish out of water. Luke, shout out to you. Days, I made a bet that I'd get the Foden cut if England win the Euros, says Matt. Days, I remember you wanted to only stream the final and semi-finals. What made you change your mind? Oh, I just get addicted to things. I mean, I love the Euros. I wanted to watch all the games anyway. And what changed my mind was that how many of you wanted to watch it as well. I mean, I was amazed how many people... I don't know why I was amazed. I think it's because in my mind, we all like wrestling and we don't like anything else. Which isn't true, of course. We've all got various interests. But in my mind, I was like, this just doesn't fit on the channel. And I don't think people are going to be interested. So it's been a real joy of the summer for me to watch this with you guys. And to know that people out there want to watch it. Because honestly, it would just be me watching this on my own. Like I did the World Cup. I watched the World Cup with just me, my mom, the dog. That was it. So it's a pleasure to watch it with you guys and, you know, see what people are saying. I told you that football players are princesses. He's gone down like a scene out of Platoon. I know, but there's been a bit of that. We've got 3 minutes, and then it's penalties. And I would say a good 10 minutes ago, I resigned myself to the fact this is penalties. Ukraine have won it! Ukraine have scored! Oh, look, he's got a little bra top on. Why has he got a little bra top? Why is he showing the world he's wearing a little bra top? Wow, that's heartbreak for Sweden. So, as I was just saying, heartbreak for Sweden. Heartbreak for Sweden. That was in the 31st minute of extra time. In the last minute, not even the last minute. It's in added time of extra time. And he flicks it. Brilliant. I think that's great for England. I'd rather face Ukraine than Sweden. What? Goal check. Goal check. They're saying check over. It stands. Wow, there was a goal check there. The goal stands. Chalmers said, imagine if that was offside. Southgate will be licking his lips, says Diego. Well, it won't be easy. This is still going to be a very well-organised team, and, you know, they're going to be so up for it. Away it goes. I mean, there's no time, is there? There's just no time. Gonna have to just absolutely hoof it here. Lindelof. Yeah, it's over. Oh, no, free kick. Oh. Another Ukrainian player down. Thank goodness it's not going to penalties. Shevchenko's getting a bit annoyed, the Ukrainian. The Ukrainian manager's a fantastic ex-player. Shevchenko. It's Ukraine on the attack, by the way. Play back and the ball rolls across. I mean, I don't even think there's time for them to get up the other end of the pitch. That's good for England. I imagine England would rather the Ukraine than Sweden. There's not much in it, but yeah, I would rather the Ukraine. And certainly a Ukraine that's been battered and bruised. I mean, their one player's gone off with a fracture or whatever. But it doesn't make any difference. We've seen time and time again, like Premier League teams get knocked out of cups by, you know, teams in lower divisions or whatever. Anyone can beat anyone. 11 players of anyone can beat anyone. So England will not take them for granted. I don't know how much research they will have on the Ukraine, but they'll be doing some. They're going to have to do some because the game's over, and it will be England versus the Ukraine. England versus the Ukraine. Who did we see the Ukraine play? What results have they been picking up? Ukraine was in the Netherlands, Austria, Macedonia group. What results did they get? I can't remember everything about the Ukraine other than I know that Yarmolenko and Yaremchuk actually were doing quite well. Let's have a look. So England, Ukraine on Saturday. England, Ukraine on Saturday. I'll take it. Let's have a look at. So week 1, Ukraine lost to Netherlands 3-2. Oh, of course. Do you remember that game where Netherlands? Yeah, that was brilliant, wasn't it? So, look, Ukraine went toe-to-toe with the Netherlands. So, Wijnaldum scored, Weghorst scored, Dumfries scored. So, Netherlands went 2-0 up. Then Ukraine got to 2-2. And then in the 85th minute, Dumfries scored. So, they've already shown against the Netherlands that they're a difficult team to beat. So we can't take this team for granted. So they lost 3-2, in all fairness, in that one. So they lost 3-2 to the Netherlands. The next game, they beat North Macedonia 2-1. I don't think we watched that game. I didn't watch that game. Yarmolenko and Yaremchuk scoring. So they managed to beat Macedonia. And then in the third game, against Austria, they actually lost to Austria 1-0. Ukraine lost to Austria 1-0. So lots of video for England to take a look at. And England have got to be a firm favourite against the Ukraine. They've got to be a firm favourite. But, yeah, look, they've gone over to their fans at Hampden Park, over to the corner. Big smiles on their faces, scoring that goal in the 31st minute of extra time. It's a hard one for Sweden to take, isn't it? Yeah, they're just saying Gareth Southgate will have watched that game and he won't underestimate what he's seen tonight. I'll take that, you know. I'll take the Ukraine. Zinchenko is one of my players, man of the match for definite, says Jaden. If you feel better about England facing Ukraine, then I'm glad that Ukraine won. Austin, shout out to you. That Netherlands-Ukraine game was good, says Austin. It was, wasn't it? Days, what are your thoughts about De Gea not being number one for Spain in the Euros? I think Simon has been a really good goalkeeper for them. I don't know, to be honest. I don't think there's really much in it. I think Simon has done very, very well. I think De Gea is a great goalkeeper. I think they're just blessed to have really, really good goalkeepers. The Ukraine manager is a former Chelsea player, says David Connolly. Big Bad Wolf Gaming said we should mop the floor with the Ukraine. Well, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I mean, that was the final game. I think there is a good chance that we will do a quarterfinal prediction thing on Thursday, because we don't actually have a stream for Thursday. We've got AEW tomorrow, and of course we've got NXT in about an hour and 20 minutes. I really want to go and get a Lemsip. I don't think we're going to get a chance to get a nap or anything like that, but we are going to wrap things up here. Massive shout out to everyone that joined us. As I said, after the adrenaline dump of earlier, I'm not sure this was the greatest stream, but you know, look, we've spoke about lots of different things, and it's been nice actually to just have a little bit of a chilled stream. But yeah, we've got our answer. England will face the Ukraine on Saturday, and I feel all right about it. Still going to be a bit nervous. I think the Ukraine are capable of causing problems, but I think England are going to be on such a high, and England will go in as firm favourites. It is in Rome. If we can get through that game, then our final two games, the semi-final and final, if we get that far, will be at Wembley, which would be, I mean, that's huge, isn't it? So, little bit of a problem with it being in Rome. I don't know how many England fans will be able to travel. All of that will be discussed over the coming days. So, lots to digest. But it's so strange because we can't really afford to get too carried away with things. I'm sure there'll be a few drinks tonight and whatever. But we come back Saturday for a different game. And actually, the news... Hang on. The top story. England beat Germany. Fully justifying the choices made by the manager. So the number one story in England right now, unsurprisingly, on the 10 o'clock news, England beat Germany at Wembley. And look at the scenes. Look at the scenes. Atmosphere was electric, they're saying, as they're leaving Wembley. History. England will head to Rome. Also tonight. What do you mean also tonight? There's no other news in the world. How dare you try and go to some other stories? Right, anyway, we're done, my friends. We'll be back in about an hour and 15 minutes for NXT, and I have no idea how I'm going to be, but we'll see. Big shout out to everyone that joined us. Massive day for England. Obviously, we'll be back streaming in a bit. If you are going to rejoin us for the football, then, of course, we'll try and do something on Thursday, a little prediction for the next round, and have a look at everything. Let the dust settle, and we'll be back on Friday and Saturday for the quarterfinals. Awesome, guys. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in a bit. Bye for now.